all know you guys are watching the NBA Finals, but do you ever wonder, are your favorite NBA players watching the finals? Guess what? We've got all the answers. Dwight Howard. Of course he's watching. And he now suddenly has a longing to play for whichever team is ahead in the game. The thing with Dwight Howard and everything with his back and forth and da-da-da and all it comes down to, you know what it makes you remember? He never got recruited. Like if he got recruited, he recognized one day you just have to make a decision. Apparently Dwight Howard's never had to make a choice in his life. All that guff from Stan Van Gundy. He probably saw Dwayne Wade get exposed face and was like, I like the way that man handles things. Here's the biggest reason though why he wants, I bet he wants to go to Brooklyn. Dwight Howard has two things in his wardrobe: sweaters and beaters. Tell me that ain't Brooklyn. It's cold outside, you put on a sweater. Otherwise, you're just on the block in a beater. Carmelo Anthony. That depends. Does Lala want to watch the game? Why do people think that just because you play in the NBA, that your wife suddenly stops being a wife? Lala a little too classy to be getting on the Basketball Wives. Like Lala will host the Basketball Wives reunion, but yeah, Lala ain't about to get out there embarrassing herself. That's one thing you got to say about Melo. Melo, in his relationship, seems to be very, very happy. However, she left him in jail that one time. And that just means that Melo's more forgiving than me. I'm not judging their love. I'm just saying, you leave me in jail, I do not need to see you when I get out. You can be as mad at me as you want for me getting arrested. And when I get out of jail, you can punish me in any way. You can cuss me out. You can make me sleep on the couch, whatever it is. But whatever you do needs to happen after you get me out of jail. I don't give a damn what happened. I don't care what I did. I don't care who I did it to. If I'm in jail, job one for everybody around is how do we get me out of jail? Bring one of the little cards from Monopoly, whatever you got to do. Get me out of jail. Kobe Bryant. Of course not. You know what Kobe's doing. Kobe's shooting in the gym. And you know who wasn't with him, huh, Drake? Yeah, the song about Kobe losing his money. Talking about, bitch, you wasn't with me when I was shooting in the gym. And I'm over there looking at Drake like, Drake, how you going hard on somebody else's chick when you go so soft on chicks yourself? Let's stop and think about that for a second. You drunk making calls, but you gonna talk about somebody robbing a dude for some money. You the biggest mark out there. Whoever takes half of Drake's money will not have been with him when he was rapping in the studio or wheeling in the chair. Remember that? He was on TV in a wheelchair. Kevin Garnett. Motherfucking right, he's gonna be watching that game. Ain't no fucking way the fucking Celtics shouldn't have been in the motherfucking game. He's gonna be watching that motherfucker mad and a motherfucker fucking pissed and spitting all over the place. I imagine KG watches games with all the fire and brimstone with which he plays, right? Especially these playoff games he thinks he should be in. Like I guarantee you, Avery Bradley's at the crib right now, like, KG wanna watch the game. And all he hears through the phone is, are you ready for this? We about to watch the game. Paul Pierce. Nope. He'll be somewhere lifting weights. Yeah, he go watch the game. Well, I tell you this, I'm more certain he watches it than he lifts weights. He's on the Allen Iverson program. How do you work out for the season? Playing basketball. And don't get me wrong, if you could be that good without lifting weights, why lift weights? There's nothing that lifting weights would do to make Paul Pierce's game any better. In fact, it might make him a little bit too quick and take away his old man deception. Michael Jordan. That depends. You want to put something on it? Michael Jordan probably always want to bet something you can't afford. Are you so sure you gonna win this game? I'll put $3 million on it. Like if you were playing golf, I imagine you took his money, guess what you were about to do? Play another 18? Or what you supposed to do with this, right? Jordan's like, fine, let's go in the driveway. Phil Jackson. He'll be watching. They'll just be Pink Floyd playing through the speakers. Is that one thing Phil Jackson doesn't want to listen to while he's watching the basketball game? Jeff Van Gundy. The city of Seattle. Oh yeah, they're gonna watch. Then afterwards, they're all gonna go to their ex-girlfriend's house, feel if the hood is warm. I've had an interesting back and forth with them, and some Seattle fans, like, they absolutely got done wrong by the league. Man, but you gotta move on, you gotta move on. We were gonna have Durant. Well, now you don't. You gotta move on, you gotta move on, you gotta move on. Nobody cries more than Seattle. I mean, it's just not possible. Like, we could come up with a plausible argument for why Portland would cry more, but they have a team. Like, even if the Thunder stunk, Seattle would be mad they don't have a team. This other part is just, I mean, it's a swift kiss to the solar plexus, as they like to say in wrestling, you know? But yeah, we gotta move on. It's been years.